It's Wednesday, October 1st. Coming up live on The View. And the legendary Diahann Carroll is looking back at her incredible successes, 4 marriages, and revealing which Hollywood icon she had a 9-year affair with.
The one and only Diahann Carroll has gone from trailblazer to show business legend and now to author of her new memoir, The Legs Are the Last to Go. Please welcome back the fabulous Diahann Carroll.
Hello. Because she does have, look at those gams. Yes. Those are good legs.
I always wondered what I would do if I came on this show. Would I turn and spend the first few minutes with you or say hello to everybody? But you're very compelling, and it's nice to be here with you.
We're glad you're
Thank you.
The book is fantastic.
You read this book?
Yeah, well, you know, they do give it to us for a reason. We're supposed to read it, but I love the title. Where does the title come from?
A wonderful woman by the name of Dawn Davis, who is an editor at HarperCollins, and she called me very late one night. She said, "What do you think of The Legs Are the Last to Go?" And I said, "What? Go where? What are you saying?" I said, "You know, it's very late, but I think I like it."
You know who said it? Marlene Dietrich.
Did she really?
Because she had great legs.
Dawn, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
All right, but I like the title very much. I think it's...
like the title, too.
You know, as I said at the book party, Barbara was at the book party last night. It was really lovely. Yes, it was. My niece gave me a wonderful little serve.
She's lovely.
Isn't she divine?
You've been in the business for 50 years, and I'm going to brag about you for a little bit.
Yeah, and you're very honest about your age.
Yeah, I think I've been in the business longer than that.
And you're the first black woman to win a Tony, first to have your own network sitcom. You were one of the fabulous women on Dynasty. Oh, yes. Oscar nominee, Emmy nominee for Grey's Anatomy. I love your character on Grey's. You know, some people say, I knew I was meant for this. Did you ever think that all this would happen, though?
I don't believe that when you start in show business, you start deciding what's going to happen, what you're going to represent, who you are. You want to do the work. You want to sing or do the acting or do whatever it is, and you're committed to doing the best work that you possibly can do. That's
You know, when you talked about beginning, because it has been more than 50
I
years.
started in the 50s.
You and I have known each other because when you were like 18, you worked for my daddy, Lou Walters, at the Latin Quarter.
I certainly did.
And he became your manager? What was that like?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Mixed stools were
He
so
was
great
really,
those days. They should bring them back.
He was a wonderful man, by the way.
But not with
and he was a very gifted man. He was entrepreneurial, and he gave advice if you needed it.
Give you?
I think just keep doing it, Diahann. I don't remember the exact words. Yes, he did.
Yeah, because I remember we were, you know, around the same age, and I remember us talking about you. What a great star you were.
I think that I probably, because of being a part of that organization that he had, I probably spent more time with him than you.
Probably.
Yeah,
I did.
Well, Miss Carroll, this book is, you were really very honest. You told a lot of very personal details. You made yourself very vulnerable. Was it hard for you to be as honest as you were in your book?
At this point in my life, not really. You know, somebody just told me my age because I stopped counting, and I guess I'm 74 years old.
No, it's the whole package. You were diagnosed with breast cancer 10 years ago.
Yes.
You fought it, you went through radiation, and you were one of the few women, especially in the industry, to talk about it, because not many people were at the time. They kind of kept it under.
I made that decision. I traveled around the country talking about it, and I learned so much from sharing it with others. And the women with whom I spoke told me stories that you can't. One young woman wanted me to meet her mother-in-law, and I met her mother-in-law, and her mother-in-law said, "Please, I've told my daughter, we now know that she has cancer, but she must not tell my son, her husband." I didn't know of a moment that had devastated me so much in my life. I couldn't believe this woman was standing there telling me to please tell this young woman not to tell her husband that she had cancer. But that kind of insensitivity because of ignorance was something that I found wherever I went.
Right.
And I was happy to be there, and I didn't feel presumptuous because there's an association with people who are in the business that perhaps you know more than they know. So that's why they want to hear from you. But
You know, Whoopi said she read the book, and I did as well. And there's one chapter on the men in your life, and you had some very famous men. David Frost wanted to marry you. You sort of messed that up. You were married. Well, she said it in the book.
Yeah.
He says it. This is what's a very juicy read. Victor Moan, you were married to for 10 years. I won't tell what happened. Sidney Poitier, you had a 9-year relationship, which you've described as tempestuous. You're very honest about all of these men.
But if not now, when?
Well,
I mean,
it's a good
please.
read, that's what I'm saying. What did you learn? I mean, you also write that you had 4 husbands. You know, you're such a sensible...
Only 4?
Only 4.
What'd you learn?
I was slow. I think the thing that I learned is, and that I'm trying to tell everyone else, I didn't know what I was doing in terms of meeting and marrying men. I was busy. I had a career. But I really thought I could do it all and have it all. One of those greedy people. I wanted to have a family, a husband who loved me and I loved him, and a career. And it's almost impossible. It really is not something. I think it's adorable for those who try. Sarah Palin may do it because she's done the impossible. She's made us believe she can be vice president of the United States of America. But I really do.
Elizabeth has not answered you.
That's why I told her she's strong and smart. She says what she believes, and if you disagree, it's too bad. But anyway, what was I telling? I was telling you something important. It was something about Sarah. Oh, yes.
Having it all.
Yeah, and I think that the reason that these relationships fall apart is something that young people in the business or in politics, particularly women who are on the front line, they can read that and say, that's what's going on with me right now. And it's something that is not going to change. If the man wants the attention and you're not there to give it to him, he ain't going to like it and he's going to leave.
Miss Carroll, I also wanted to...
I became Miss Carroll.
I just...
We're in awe of you.
Yeah, absolutely. You also played Whoopi's mother in her sitcom.
I loved it.
We want to show a clip of you playing her mom.
She gave me all the jokes. I couldn't...
Mavis? Yes? I don't know why there is an H on the faucet in my bathroom. It's not as though we have hot water in this hotel. You might as well put an L for lukewarm. I don't know.
Mom, is that you?
Mavis, what are you talking about? And is there anything to eat in this hotel? Are we gonna brush the crumbs off of your sweater so I can have some breakfast?
Mommy, I missed you.
What was that like?
Listen, let me tell you, I can tell you quickly what it was like. Diahann Carroll was the only person I wanted to play my mom because for me, Diahann Carroll represented everything an artist should be. She was in nightclubs, she did movies, she could sing, she could dance, she could do everything. And it never seemed to me, as I watched you, that you let any racial issues get in the way, you didn't let anything get in the way. I'm trying to say it fast. And so I wanted only Diahann Carroll so I could say, I work with Diahann Carroll. Everybody in the audience is getting a copy of The Legs of The Last to Go. We'll be right